Hi, welcome to this lesson for grade 2 mathematics. In this lesson, we are going to learn about how to read the time from an analog clock. You can see here different clocks that are shown to you here. These are called analog clock. We discussed in our previous two lessons about the analog clock structure. We learn about the hands of the clock. We learned that the small hand is called the hour hand and the large hand is called minute hand. So in this lesson we will learn how we can read the time. Four vocabulary words you have to keep in mind while you will be reading the time for grade 2 mathematics. The first vocabulary word is o'clock. The second vocabulary word that you need to learn is quarter past. The third vocabulary word that you need to learn is half past. And the fourth vocabulary word is quarter to. So in this lesson I will explain about these four vocabulary words one by one inshallah, and then at the end you will be able to read the time from any of the analog clock that use these time dimensions. So let's begin. The first one is when the word o'clock is used. It can be even 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. So whenever the word o'clock is used, it means at that time the minute hand will be at 12. Whenever the word o'clock is used, the minute hand will be on 12. Like in these three figures here, you can see the large hand, which is the minute hand, is at 12. Like here the minute hand is at 12, here the minute hand is at 12, and here the minute hand is at 12. So it means I will write the last part of my time as o'clock. After that I have to look at where is the hour hand. The hour hand is exactly at 3. So for this one I will say it is 3 o'clock. The time reading for this one is 3 o'clock. It is 3 o'clock. For this clock you can see here the hour hand is at 12, so the time reading will be in o'clock. So the hour hand is at 5, so I will say the hour hand is at 5, so it will be 5 o'clock. And in this third diagram here you can see both the minute and hour hand are at 12, so the time will be 12 o'clock. So these three examples are to understand the vocabulary word o'clock. Again I will repeat that whenever the hour hand is at 12, then we will read it as o'clock. If the minute hand is at 1, I will say 1 o'clock. Then if the minute hand is at 2, I will say 2 o'clock. Then if the minute hand is at 3, I will say hour hand. If the hour hand is at 3, I will say 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, and so on. The next vocabulary word is quarter past. When we will use the quarter past word, if the minute hand is at 3, like in this diagram you can see the minute hand is at 3, in this diagram you can see the minute hand is at 3, so I will use the vocabulary word quarter past. Like for this one I will say quarter past. For this one I will also say quarter past. No, quarter past what? After that you will look at the hour hand. No, the hour hand is between 1 and 2, but it is near to 1. You can see here it is near to 1. So I will say quarter past 1. And here the hour hand is between 5 and 6, but if you look it is near to 5, so I will say quarter past 5. So once again, if the minute hand is at 3, then the vocabulary word used will be quarter past. And then you will look at the hour hand. If the hour hand is near to 1, you will say quarter past 1. If it is near to 2, you will say quarter past 2. If the hour hand is near to 3, you will say quarter past 3, and so on. So this is how you will read the clock face timing when your minute hand is at 3. So the vocabulary word for that is quarter past 3. And then the next vocabulary word is half past. The vocabulary word half past you will use for when the minute hand is at 6. Like here in this diagram you can see the minute hand is at 6. In this diagram you can see the minute hand is at 6. So the vocabulary word to read the time will be half past. So I will say for this it is half past. This one is also half past. Now half past what? For that I need to look at the hour hand. The hour hand is between, in this diagram it is between 12 and 1. So you will go to the previous one, like it is between 12 and 1. So the smaller one here is 12. So you will say half past 12. And here the hour hand is between 2 and 3. So you have to go to the smaller number. When you are using the vocabulary word half past, you will go to the smaller word. So the smaller word is 2. So you will say half past 2. So this is how we will read the time when our minute hand is at 6. So half past is used when the minute hand is at 6. Then we will use the word half past. Here in this diagram you can see 2 examples for that. Then I have the third vocabulary word, quarter to. Now this vocabulary word quarter to will be used when the minute hand is at 9. Like in this diagram you can see the minute hand is at 9. In this diagram also the minute hand is at 9. So the vocabulary word for them will be quarter to. So I will write quarter to. Here also the minute hand is at 9, so I will write quarter to. Now quarter to what? For that you have to look at the hour hand. Now the hour hand is between 1 and 2, but it is near to 2. So you will write for it is quarter to 2. Here also the hour hand is between 5 and 6, but it is near to 6. So I will say quarter to 6. So once again, the vocabulary word quarter to will be used when the minute hand is at 9. And to write quarter to what? You have to look at the hour hand. If the hour hand is near to 2, so you will say quarter to 2. If the hour hand is near to 3, you will say quarter to 3. If the hour hand is near to 4, you will say quarter to 4, and so on. In this way you will read the time when your minute hand is at 9. Now after learning all these vocabulary words, let's do this activity page to do our exercise. Here you can see the first clock. We have to match the clock to the correct time. Here in this column the time is written, and here in this side we have the analog clocks. So we have to match the correct time. So if you look at the first clock, the minute hand is at 6. So it means it is half past. And the hour hand is between 11 and 12. So when we have the half past, we will go to the smaller number. So it is 11 past, half past 11. So where is half past 11? Here we have half past 11. So I will match it with this one. It will be matched with this one. Better if I will give them the numbers, or if you want to draw the lines, it's up to you. You can do anything. So I will just draw this line here to match them. So this is going to be half past 11. Now for the next one, I will zoom it a little bit more so you can see it more clearly. Our minute hand is at 3. So when the minute hand is at 3, it means it is quarter past. And the hour hand is at 5, so I will say quarter past 5. So here we have the quarter past 5, so I will match it with the quarter past 5. And if I look at the next clock, you can see the minute hand is at 12, so it means it is o'clock. And the hour hand is at 11, so I will say it is 11 o'clock. And here I have 11 o'clock, so I will match it 11 o'clock. And the next one is, if you look at this one, and here in this diagram you can see the minute hand is at 9, so it means it is quarter to, and the hour hand is going to near to 9, so I will say quarter to 9. So where is quarter to 9? So we don't have any quarter to 9, so let me see here. This is quarter to 9. Yes, this one is quarter to 9, so I will match this one with quarter to 9. And then the next one is the hour hand is at 12. Minute hand is at 12, so it means it is o'clock. And the hour hand is at 3, so it is 3 o'clock. And here we have 3 o'clock. Let me just zoom in. Here I have 3 o'clock. So you can match it with this one. So this is how you will read the time from an analog clock. Hopefully you understand the lesson. If you have any question, you can contact me. See you in next lesson. Thank you.